Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the October Love Tarot reading for the sign of Virgo. Alright Virgos, you're up. I'm going to be pulling out your 2 romance angel messages for the month. And of course, this video is time-stamped. You can go ahead and jump ahead if you want to. It's in the top of the description. And everything about the video, the music, the decks that I use, etc. If you'd like to book a private reading, all of that information is in the description. Release your ex. Wow, Virgo. And this could be the one. All right. Let's pull out your animal spirits. This is going to be certain energies that you are resonating, you and your partner may or may not be resonating with this month. Different than the weeklies when I pull out the animal spirits that can indicate stages that you're going through or energies that you are drawing on to go through to deal with a particular event. This is more, we're talking about really personality traits that you may be resonating with. All right, so let's just see what that is for you this month. All right, Virgo. Eagle. Wow, powerful air energy. Very strong indeed. Truth seeker. The eagle is the truth seeker. And the starfish. Water energy. So we have air and water. Interesting, right? So we're going to review these 2 before we get into your 9-card spread for the month. The eagle. The eagle is the air elemental animal spirit. Now, one of my subscribers did comment on some of the animal spirits in terms of their association to Chinese astrology. And so that is quite different, right? Some animals that we can see in Chinese astrology are compatible or not compatible or whatever the essence is pertaining to that sort of philosophy, right? Is going to be just a bit different than the animal spirits we're pulling out here. Here we're really talking about the essence of the animal, right? So with the eagle, we have air element. Strong, strong. It's a very powerful card. The eagle is a powerful creature, right? A powerful animal. It's all pervading power, but it is a truth seeker. It's also transformer of karma. So the eagle is extremely physically and spiritually strong, and it sort of represents mastery over the air and fire element, right? Oftentimes when the eagle appears, it seems that you're being thrown into a bit of a karmic fire. This is really for your own transformation. And so Virgo, you could be resonating with this. You could be really going through a period right now where you're being pushed to be the best that you can be, to be the brightest that you can be, to kind of stop at nothing, really to make sure that you aren't being held back, right? That you and your power and your beauty and all of that makes you so special, Virgo, really, is not being stamped down, held back, repressed in any way. You know, you're stronger than you think. And the eagle comes in to show you this. This could be, some of you may be indeed dealing with an ex that's making it very difficult for you to move on. If you're resonating with this energy. Now, the starfish is different. The starfish is a water elemental. And so with starfish, we're talking about somebody who's extremely beautiful. Beautiful, alluring, but superficial and shallow, right? The starfish has a natural sort of mesmerizing beauty, And being around them can be a little bit like spellbinding, right? This is like when you're around like a really famous person, a movie star, a really beautiful person, and they kind of like make you feel like, wow, you know, they're so beautiful. Man or woman, doesn't matter. We're not talking about gender here. We're talking about people, right, as a whole. The problem, though, is that these creatures oftentimes, people who resonate with this energy, oftentimes rely on this beauty so much that there's not much else there. They're quite shallow. And it's not really that it's not, and let me clarify that, it's not really that there isn't so much else there, but they haven't allowed their deeper sort of values, their deeper sort of abilities, right, to shine, right? Their deeper callings. You know, sometimes you meet somebody, they're really, really beautiful, and they rely on being beautiful and kind of slipping through life very easily, but they have a different calling, and that calling, you know, may be in a different area where beauty really has nothing to do with it, right? And they're kind of, in a way, they're doing themselves a disservice, right? Because they're relying on something that is very shallow and fleeting when they could be relying on a deeper jewel that they indeed have within them. It's very interesting. Now, you or your person could be resonating with either or both or neither energies, and that's fine. Just take what applies to you, Virgo. We're going to go ahead and move these to the side and get ready to pull out your 9-card spread for this month. All right? Now we're looking at Virgo. We're looking at Virgo for the month of October in the area of love, right? We want to see affirmations, reaffirmations, warning signs. We want a clear picture of what lays ahead for the collective that is coming to this video, right? If you're drawn to this video, I hope that part of the reading at least resonates with what you're going through. Sometimes it may not even be the entire spread, but there may be an aspect or two of the spread that really does resonate with what you're dealing with. And then, of course, I always suggest that if you really want to know what's going on, the best way to know is always to book a private reading. All right, Virgo, we're ready for you. Two of Cups, 10 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles is your top row. Then we have an Ace of Wands. Your center card for the reading is 8 of Wands. We have a 6 of Wands, so there's a bit of a victory coming later in the month. We have a 9 of Swords, King of Cups, interesting, and a Chariot. Wow. All right, at the bottom of the reading, we have a Wheel of Fortune. So we're talking about perfect time to take advantage of really fortuitous opportunities in life, love, and career, in all areas, really. The wheel is turning for all Virgos in a way, right? This is the time to sort of grab fate, grab your destiny. All right, let's put this one over here. Quite interesting that the Wheel of Fortune will be turning for you like this, Virgo. All right, let's get right into it. This is interesting. When I first take a look at the spread, we see that we've got at the center the 8 of Wands. So at the very center is a lot of mixed messages and emotions coming through. It could very well be that, you know, what you're dealing with, especially with release your ex, and this could be the one, you could be just in your own way just feeling very confused right now about which way to turn. And so this is another reason why the eagle may have been coming in for you this month, Virgo, to give you that strength to make the right decision. We have a predominance of wands, right? We have 2 of Cups and 4 wands, right? 2 cup cards, 4 wand cards. So it's a lot of passion this month. A lot of passion imbuing your sort of relationships. So let's get right into it, okay? We have at the top row Two of Cups, Ten of Wands, and a Knight of Pentacles. So right away we start off the month with a love connection, a desiring to come together with someone, desiring to meet in the middle with someone, the Two of Cups, to at least make that connection, right? You want that connection with another person, but you're also coming to the end of a really long stage of holding on to a lot of baggage, a lot of I'm going to say a lot of issues that may have held you back, that have been really obstacles to your progress, your self-realization and progress. But up until now, they've really been a crutch for you, but you realize that it's time to lay them down. And that's the essence of Ten of Wands. So while you desire to have a love connection, I would say, you are also just coming out. For some of you, you're just coming out or just recently came out of a love connection that was really very, very difficult. Or a period of your life that was just very, very difficult with a lot of trials and tribulations. But you're coming to the end of it. Knight of Pentacles comes in, and this means that also an opportunity, I'm going to say an opportunity is coming in. Not so much that you are the Knight of Pentacles going after it, but this is an opportunity coming in, probably that you've been waiting for a very long time, Virgo. And now the opportunity, this is going to be an opportunity to increase your abundance or something to do with your career, right? Or your business or your money, that's going to come in on the heels of a wheel of fortune, right? On a wheel turning. This is going to be like I said, I think this is going to be a wish fulfillment for some of you, something that you've been wanting for a very long time. And it's coming in at the perfect time when you're finally ending this long struggle, right? So Ace of Wands comes in, and then we have in the center that Eight of Wands and a Six of Wands. So again, this is like interesting. I want to say that Ace of Wands can indicate a new stage in life that you're very passionate about. It can suddenly indicate the coming in of a project or a goal, an ambition that up until now you didn't think you could ever have. You've been inspired, right, with this Ace of Wands. This can be a relationship as well. I want to say that this connection, this Two of Cups connection, is probably one of the reasons why you're ready to lay down this Ten of Wands, because this is a connection where you feel like, wow, you know, finally something new, finally a different kind of relationship, but yet you are still hampered with a lot of mixed emotions and feelings and messages coming in. This Eight of Wands could very well be the ex that we see here, release your ex. This could be your ex-lover or partner who is either coming in to interfere, or you just can't stop thinking about them. There's some kind of connection with them, but the connection with them is very chaotic, Virgo. It's Eight of Wands, and so one day to the next, you never know if you're up or down with this person. And what comes in? A sense of victory, Six of Wands. And I think this comes in because for some of you, you decide you've had enough of dealing with this Eight of Wands, right? It's about making the decision to release the negativity. This Six of Wands is coming on the heels of the Ten of Wands. I'm going to say that laying down that Ten of Wands is going to be you kind of moving away from a really negative relationship, a negative time in your life, and really making the way for this new connection. Even still, though, oftentimes I say in my readings, when we come to tens in any area, or when we're come to like a Six of Wands in an area, we start to achieve some of our goals or make the right steps towards our own progress, oftentimes people will come in to sort of seize the day, right? And this is the essence of this Eight of Wands. You know what you want to do. You've gotten away. Some of you have already released this individual or released this relationship that was causing you so much pain. But still, you find yourself this middle of the month still having to deal with the energy of it, right? And so, again, Eagle energy comes in to remind you how strong you can be. This, when you kind of start to nip this in the butt, right? This is where you get your victory. You start to have self-confidence coming in. People start to see you for, hang on a second. I'm going to say that the person who's at the object of this Ten of Swords also begins to see that you're changing. Could be another reason for this chaotic energy that they're throwing at you, because they may be quite desperate as they see you slipping through their fingers finally, because you're saying goodbye to it. Now in the third row we have Nine of Swords, King of Cups, and Chariot. So Nine of Swords talks about depression and anxiety. Some of you, I'm going to say later on in the month, you may be feeling a lot of depression and anxiety simply because you're worried, right? I think some of you, even though you have this victory here where you've overcome your past and you have this lovely new connection, Two of Cups, supported by an Ace of Wands, right? I think some of you Virgos are going to be worried later on in the month, and after all of this has settled a little bit, you're going to be worried that the same thing is going to happen with this new person that has happened before. You're going to be a little bit worried that, again, this relationship is perhaps going to be toxic. You know, you may have some guilt still left over from the previous relationship. But I can tell you this about the Nine of Swords. Oftentimes, this anxiety is simply that. It's just anxiety. It's just like a hangover. I call it really a hangover from the past, from trauma or negative relationships, bad relationships. We all harbor a little bit of guilt. But the Nine of Swords is not based on any fact or reality. It's not like a sign that your current relationship is about to go bad. It really simply is negative thinking, anxiety that really has no bearing on the present or what's really going on. And you simply have to just have this internal conversation with yourself to say, look, not everything always turns out the same as it did before. Your King of Cups, your connection with your person is certainly with the King of Cups, right? And this person, I'm going to say, this Two of Cups, Ace of Wands connection, I'm going to say, is with somebody who's really mature in love. This is not a negative individual. This is not a toxic individual. This individual is quite mature about love. They know they want you. They know what they want from you. And I think they're going to come in to really reaffirm this connection that you've made with them. This could indeed be the one, and that's the message from the angels. This could be the one. And then you have the Chariot coming in. And the Chariot, along with a love connection and Wheel of Fortune, is a really good aspect for talking about moving forward in life with a lucky, fortuitous, connection. The gods are favoring this connection. Luck will be on your side. Fortune will be on your side. This is definitely a journey that you're about to embark on with this King of Cups. And it's a good journey, but it's up to you if you take it. It's up to you if you take this opportunity with the Wheel of Fortune. You do have to let go of some of this anxiety here. And you will have to completely release your ex, meaning this Eight of Wands, you'll have to get to the bottom of these mixed emotions that you're having, the mixed feelings and desires. One minute you want to be with them, the next minute you don't. You have to really focus yourself and kind of separate the sentimentality, the guilt, and everything else that was associated with this toxic connection from the real you and what you really want in your life. You have to be very strong with this ego energy. All right? Starfish could be representing your ex's energy. Right? I would say it's representing your ex's energy much more than your King of Cups energy. And so you're dealing with you could be dealing with a shallow person anyway, and releasing them, it's like oftentimes people like that do resort to some emotional blackmail and things of that nature, or just sending you mixed signals to keep you on your toes. You can just dismiss that. It's not anything for you to really worry about. It's time for you to really move on. Take some of the self-confidence as well from this victory. The moment that you feel this victory, you feel this strength kind of coming in, because the Six of Wands is very much in line with the ego. It's because you've shown the strength to make the right decision for your own spiritual growth, right? And for your own sort of like expansion. You immediately have this kind of feedback loop of self-confidence. This is what we call a metaphysical dynamic, right? It's when we have intention in our lives, when we do things positive for our lives, we increase our intuitive abilities and our self-confidence. And as we increase our self-confidence, intuitive abilities, and rely on them, we continue to have more victories. And it's a very like self-affirming feedback loop in terms, and it's a good loop that can get you out of a depressive state or out of a confused state like the Eight of Wands. All right, Virgo, this is it. This is your October love reading. I hope it did resonate in some parts. All right. If it did, please like and subscribe. Go ahead and share the video with your social media platforms. All of that really helps me to grow my channel. I do know that most of my views come from people who are not subscribed, and that's fine. I'm really happy that you were able to stop by and watch the video. But if you do like my videos and you like my reading style, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification so you can be notified of all my videos. And I will see you in the middle of October for the mid-month love check-in for Virgo. Have a great month, Virgo. Bye-bye now.